What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Redbeard here, and doesn't that just sound awesome? I wanted to give you guys a little taste of the intro music I believe I'm going to actually use for my World of Tanks intro. And I know I've been using the default Mr. Redbeard, just with the red and the lettering and no music intro right now, because I don't have the sexy one like I have for War Thunder. But that is the one comment I always seem to be getting, and I'm glad that my 13, hopefully growing subscriber bases love the intro, and everybody gives me compliments on it. I thank you so much for not only the compliments, but supporting my channel and supporting me in general. Definitely love it. Definitely a shout out to the World of Tanks community for giving a lot of upbeat and good criticism for my very first World of Tanks video. As you can tell here, I actually have music going on in this one. Why? Because my Elgato capture card once again decided to shit the bed and essentially not record any game audio whatsoever. And so instead of going out and spending another 10 or 12 hours trying to record and get good gameplays with sound, I decided to just bring in some good old Medal of Honor era music, and I do actually have, shouldn't be copyrighted. I did purchase it legally, and I should be able to use it, so hopefully no copyright from YouTube. But that was the game I first actually started playing, the Medal of Honor, and I loved all the music. It definitely added to the gameplay, and so I'm sorry for not having sound once again. I'm thinking about getting a new capture card just for the simple fact that the Elgato just is constantly messing up on my PC, so I apologize again, and hopefully next episode we will be back with sound, if not a new capture card. So moving into the gameplay here, right now I'm in my tier 1, I believe this is a Vickers medium tank, and I want to start out with my medium one, tier 1 with the Brits, because the whole, as you can tell by the title, the whole premises of this is getting to know your tank and being patient with the tank that you're with. What I mean by that, I know most World of Tanks, if you're not a complete noob like myself, this will come no surprise. But for when you're starting out in your very first games, you're under 30 or 40 games, the way you play certain tanks is all going to be the same. Because I have no idea, coming into this game, I had no idea how to play any tank really. I knew that the Vickers was slow and that it didn't have a flat gun, which I was actually kind of excited for. But as you can see here, I know that the armor sucks so much on this thing, and I see another Vickers, and he had the shot on me, but I backed off, and that's the one thing. I lost quite a few games in the Vickers, and it's just because I'd play like any of my other light tanks with the Germans or Americans, and I just rush out, and I just get blown to smithereens by the flat guns. But as you can see here, I'm actually taking a lot of cover and forcing the enemy to come to me, and that is the biggest thing that I've learned so far, is choosing when to fight and where to fight. And that's why I want to start out with my tier 1s, because I'm moving on to the tier 2s right now. I'm no longer messing with the tier 1s right now. I'm sticking clearly with my tier 2s, moving on to my tier 3s, and slowly but surely getting better, as you'll see in the further gameplay. But right now, I still don't really know the flow of the maps, and it's kind of hard to get a flow to the maps because there's so many new people playing in the low tiers, tier 1, 2, and 3, that a lot of them make weird moves that even I wouldn't make. And for example, there's a guy sitting back here, and I'm not going to spoil it, but he's just sitting back here camping the flag, which is cool, but he's just camping out in the open, which I take all these routes, you know, I'm going around staying by cover because I expect him to be hiding, and he's really not. And I remember reading an interview with one of the a pro poker player, and he said that he would always rather play poker against complete professionals over amateurs, for the simple reason it's much easier to calculate against a pro player who knows what they're doing, because they'll make around the same moves that you would make. But when you're playing amateur players, they'll just do moves just because they either don't know what they're doing or they just don't care about what they're doing. As you can see, I get taken out, but my friendly teammate was coming up, and all he had to do was put one shot into him, and he failed. And sure enough, our final guy is AFK. Oh, I'm slowly but surely learning the just horrors that can be World of Tanks with the bad teammates, or the AFK teammates, or the teammates that can't finish a guy that has like 13 health. I just don't understand. We ended up losing that game, but I'm switching over to my Tier 2 Panzer II light tank. And same map, Himmelsdorf. I finally know this map name. Hooray. We moved on. I'm slowly but surely learning. Hopefully bringing better content already. Being able to know the map. Oh boy, at least I know one map. But as you can see here, I'm using my tanks, Panzer II. It's not the fastest light tank in the world, but it's pretty quick, especially with the upgraded engine. And that's what I like to do right here, especially if I spawn on this side. I will stay down low. I'm not even going to bother going hill. And I'll just wait for this enemy T-18. See, look at that. I even know an enemy tank. Oh man, I'm improving already. But T-18s have really hard frontal armor, so you have to aim for that lower glacis. But with a flat gun, it's almost impossible. And I start taking shots. I think it's from the railroad over here. My friendly Cromwell here. Or Cunningham, I believe. Cunningham. I'm still messing up tank names. But he gets taken out. Luckily for the Panzer II, I know that the frontal armor is the thickest at 30 millimeters, so I'm always staying in cover. And if I'm going to give them anything, I'm going to give them just a slight angled shot at my front hull. Because if you angle it just enough, there's a better chance of it bouncing. And that's another rule. And the thing I've started to learn is how to actually angle my tank. And unfortunately, that cruiser right there, that British cruiser, I really didn't get out of his way. Kind of a noob move and a dick move by myself. But hey, I'm new, he's new, he ends up getting taken out. But luckily, he turns into a hulking wreck that I can just use for cover against that enemy tank on the right flank. So, we're pretty much at a stalemate here because he can't penetrate it at that range because he is the same tank as me. We're both Panzer IIs with the terrible 20mm flat gun. I hate the flat guns, to be honest, guys. With the Germans, it's been a grind. But I get that guy right there. What are you trying to sneak up on me? No way. Get out of here. As soon as I spot you, you're done for. And that's the one thing with the British is they have very, very slow aiming times. I've noticed that. But after sitting there for a couple minutes, I've transitioned because I want to keep the videos as short as possible. I realized, wait, if that guy's dead, that means I can outflank. And sure enough, that's what I do. I outflank my other teammates, not being the smart ones here. And look at that, a 3 kill already on Himmelsdorf, Tier 2. And Redbeard, you must be a reroll. I actually learned that on the World of Tanks forum. I had no idea what a reroll is. Already got called out because I knew what the term steel clubbing was. No guys, I'm not a reroll at all. I did actually have it when this game did come out. I did play on a different account, but I played like 10 games and raged and uninstalled because I just had no idea what I was doing. Like many of the new players at World of Tanks. But no, this is my first actual genuine trying to be good at the game and be better and learn from my experiences. This is my first go at it. And oh man, come on dude, don't force the fight. There's no way. Look at that. I'll get both of you guys, don't worry. Plenty of ammo for both of you. Picking up my 4th kill, but as you can see, it's just me and one other guy on our team, and it's not looking good. I gotta kill this guy. And kinda hard right now to judge what exactly I'm supposed to do in this situation. I still really don't know, even as I'm commentating. We're down 4-1. If I go to the cap circle, I give away my position, so I decided to stick it out here. Luckily, my teammate in death spotted out a couple guys pop out here, but sure enough, 2 people are waiting for him, and it's just a 4-on-1 spree. There's really nothing I could do with this flat gun. It's not accurate. It's got, I think, 0.49 accuracy. Its aiming time is still pretty slow, so unfortunately, spoiler alert, I do lose this game. But I've been uploading a lot of losses because I do better in losses, it seems, but I also learn a lot more losses, and that's the thing. I've had plenty of wins. I've had teams where we go, we only lose 2 tanks the whole game and we just annihilate the enemy team. But I don't do bad in those games. I just don't do well, and I don't learn from my mistakes. And this is my favorite tank right now, the Cruiser 3 from the Brits, Tier 2. Man, this thing is pretty darn quick, and it's got a great gun. I'm so glad. Once you get past that first flat gun, that's with this gun right here. I think it's a 3-pounder. Don't quote me on this, guys. I'm still really new at this, but we're playing on, I believe. I don't even know this map. Mines or Ents? I don't know. It's one of those. There's only 4 maps you'll play in the first Tier 2 or 3 games. You only play in 4 maps, and so that's another hint or tip I'll give you guys is no matter if you run out in whatever game mode you're playing, whatever faction you're playing, and say you get killed, stay in the game for a little bit. You know, see what the other players do, how the maps flow, what people actually do on these maps, and how your team, the enemy team, can actually duke it out on the field, because that's what I did quite a few times, and I actually started learning that the ways, the movements, the alleyways, where to hide, where not to hide. And unlike my friendly teammate here, you don't just run out in the open like this. You're gonna just get destroyed. But luckily, oh, T-18 wants to show me its rear. By all means, I'll get the free kill as I was bouncing off that other T-18. I'll take a hit here, but I want to get at least one kill in before I let that T-18 get away. So, moving here on my Cruiser 3, I love this tank, guys. I really do. It's one of my tanks, and that's what you gotta understand, is learning your tanks and learning what type of tank you want to play. Personally, me, I've noticed I hate heavy, slow tanks. I just can't stand not being mobile. It bugs the shit out of me. I don't like tank destroyers that don't have a turret, where you actually have to move the whole tank destroyer just to aim. I can't stand that. But I'm grinding through. You know, I have my T-18, my German Jagdpanzer 1, so yeah, I'm grinding through them, but I don't like them. I like turreted tanks. I like tanks that have good frontal armor and that are mobile. So personally right now, I'm thinking towards those fast mediums that everybody talks about. That's probably what I'm going to stick to. I don't think I'll go heavy tanks very often. I know I said I wanted to play as the E75 and E100s as the Germans, but I don't know. They're pretty slow tanks, even the Tiger and Tiger 2. I'll have to give them a shout. Give them a shot here. But I'm duking out here, trying to get that one kill. As you can see, our team is just getting annihilated. Oh, it's going to be up to Redbeard again to save the day. And once you leave it up to me to save the day, that's not good. There's not a good chance of us winning because I'm still bad at this game. But I know I don't want to stick on that corner. I'm losing too many friends too quickly. Everybody, my teammates, is back in the cap circle. So I'm going to retreat here, kind of see if any of my teammates spot. And that's the thing about knowing when to run. And that's the whole thing about being patient. You guys cannot, as I tried so many times to stick to a corner, stick to my alleyway, and wait for them to come to me. You got to understand, pay attention to that minimap, and whoever in the World of Tanks forum said hit the plus sign to increase your minimap. Thanks for giving me that nice tip right there. Actually helped me out quite a bit. As you can tell from my last video, I was actually able to get the game to go full screen. I never saw the clicking button to make the game go full screen. I was always messing with my resolution and stuff. Oh, the trials and tribulations I have with computers and technology. Oh, but thanks for that tip. But as you can see here, I'm just seeing what's going on. I don't know where anybody is. I know a lot. That's a good high traffic alleyway that I'm sitting at. I'm staying behind cover, trying to not get spotted, and sure enough, I see that they're all going for a cap circle. So luckily for having the Cruiser 3, it's fast and mobile, and I can just zoom around and I can get to the cap circle in no time flat. So that's what I do. I check my corner, make sure no one's coming around here. I don't want to give them really any shot at the Cruiser because the armor isn't that great. It's fast, it's agile, it can't really take many hits at all. Very few bounces. So I see two of our teammates die again. I know they're coming cap circle. Luckily, he starts capping, so I know where he's at. And I'm going to take the long way around. There you go. He starts capping. I know he's right there. And sorry for all the sniffles and everything. I have allergies right now, and it's kind of cold here in Florida, so not helping the allergy situation. But I take out one guy. Oh, look at that. Another guy. You're going to get in my side? Are you kidding me? And you're not going to move? Oh, why thank you, good sir. Kill number 3. Dun dun dun, Redbeard is doing great in World of Tanks. Everybody subscribe. Click to subscribe. Awesome gameplay. Yeah, right. I'm still really bad at this game. Luckily, I was going against equally bad players, so they are capping. But luckily, I know how to reset the cap. That's right, I learned from all the videos that everybody posts. I kind of have an idea what I'm doing. Reset the cap. I'm not going to actually charge into the cap because I know that he's going to have to move around. And I reset the cap, so I have all the time in the world. Be patient, guys. Be patient. Don't force the issue if you don't have to. And this guy thought he was being safe around the corner. No, you're not. I still got a shot at you. I'll track you. You can't move now. I was aiming for that wheel. I was going for the lower glacis, but the way he was angled, it just was never going to penetrate, even with the weak armor there. That's the other thing. If a tank ever shows you it's weaker, or it's lower glacis, which is its weak spot, then always aim for that. I've noticed that. Never, always aim for either. If the tank has a commander's hatch, always aim for that. And if it doesn't have a commander's hatch, and it shows you your lower glacis, those are the two spots to aim, guys. I know this is simple stuff. Probably World of Tank pros are just like, yeah, we all know this. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing it. I have 40,000 games in this match. Well, I have like 50. And I know a lot of new guys just like me. We really don't know. We're like, oh, tank, front of tank, shoot at front of tank, did not penetrate. Shoot at front of tank again, did not work again. Oh well, keep trying until it does. And you know that is unfortunate for a lot of new players that they don't know this. But look at that, arty comes in. That's the thing. Tier 2s, Tier 1s there isn't artillery. In Tier 2 there really is. So I've been kind of hard to deal with that, but oh man, come on, Artie. I'm gonna get the kill either way. I mean, he took a pot shot, it missed. He has a slow aiming time, so I'll be lucky with that one. But a 1 kill off Top Gun. I know I've yet to earn Top Gun, so spoiler alert. Yeah, it's still 2v1, and they know where I am. I've been shooting away. We're in 50 meters of us, so the proximity detect is always gonna go off. Right now, I'm thinking right now, I'm in my Cruiser Mark III. This thing's fast. I should be able to just ring around the rosy in this building right here. But no. I don't know what tank this is. I know it's Russian. He is much quicker than I am. Right now I'm just kind of panicking, like, oh shit, please just don't set my engine on fire. I don't have any consumables. And I bounced a shot right there. Don't think I would have killed him, but kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. So yeah, guys, sorry about that. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I'm giving a lot of good tips. Unfortunately, all 3 were defeats. But like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you guys like this. Tell me if I'm doing a good job, what I can do better. And until next time, watch your 6, and I will see you on the battlefield.